Hello everyone, this is Zhang Linfeng. Today my presentation is Automated Test Input Generation for Convolutional Neural Networks by implementing multi-objective evolutionary algorithms. We start from the introduction. Deep neural networks, DNN for short, have been applied in numerous aspects, including image classification, speech recognition, and so on. As it is getting more prevalent in safety and security-critical applications, it arouses a natural concern about its trustworthiness. Therefore, a DNN system must be tested systematically. In terms of the phases in the workflow of DNN testing, it can be characterized into offline testing and online testing. Offline testing contains test input generation, test oracle generation, test evaluation, and regression testing. In our work, we focus on test input generation. Secondly, let us specify our problem or our objective. We design and implement a framework known as a test input generator that automatically generates test inputs. The generator takes a randomly selected data from the testing set. By introducing proper perturbations, the generator produces new test inputs that trigger the systems to behave incorrectly or unexpectedly, but still recognizable to human beings. The produced test inputs also need to satisfy several constraints known as objective functions. There are several related work that try to attack such problem, among which generative adversarial network known as GAN and Deep Explorer are popular. In GAN, the generator generates candidates while the discriminator evaluates them. The generator training objective is to increase the error rate of the discriminator. The discriminator tries to distinguish fake data from real data. GAN has been proven effective in image synthesis. However, since it is an unguided process, that is, there are no sole objective functions to evaluate the generated results, it has a large search space. Deep Explorer, another popular method, is the first white box framework for systematically testing a real-world DNN system. First, it introduces neuron coverage for systematically measuring the part of deep learning systems exercised by a specific test input. Next, it leverages multi-deep learning systems with similar functionality as cross-reference oracle to avoid manual checking. It shows that finding inputs for deep learning systems that both trigger many differential behaviors and achieve high neuron coverage can be represented as a joint optimization problem and solved efficiently using a gradient-based search technique. It is the first work that proposed the concept of neuron coverage, and it uses neuron coverage to guide the process of finding the optimal solutions. However, it converted an multi-objective optimization into a single objective optimization, which may lead to non-optimal solutions. In our work, in terms of what are good test inputs, we set three objectives, that is, neuron coverage, divergence, and perturbation degree. We say a test input is better or formally dominating the other if the following two conditions are satisfied. The first one is all three objective values of the first one is no worse than the second one, and at least one of the objective value is strictly better than the other. We introduce our three objective functions. The first one is neuron coverage. It is the ratio of the number of activated neurons and the number of the total neurons. It works as a proxy to measure to what extent a system is covered by a test input. The second one is divergence. It is inspired by differential testing in traditional software testing. In differential testing, if a test input can trigger two or more systems with the same functionality to behave differently, we consider it a valid or good test input. Implementing it in deep neural networks testing, what we are trying to do is actually searching for test data that lie between the decision boundaries of several deep neural networks. The third one is perturbation degree. In order to guarantee that we produce test inputs that are still recognizable to human beings, we set perturbation degree as how much we have perturbed an original test data, and we take minimizing it as one of the objectives. With the three objectives, we need to search for the test input that are optimal. Instead of converting this problem into a single objective optimization by assigning weights to each objective functions, we use NSG2 algorithm, an evolutionary multi-objective optimization algorithm. It works as follows. First, we use genetic operators to generate a set of parent solutions from a set and generate a set of the same size offspring solutions from the set of the parent solutions. There are three kinds of genetic operators: mutation, crossover, and regression. Analogous to biologic evolution, mutation randomly mutates pixel values of the set. Crossover swaps information between two solutions, and regression evolves the solution backwards. Then we combine the two sets and conduct non-dominated sorting. We have previously defined the dominance relationship in the last slide. After the sorting, we will have several non-dominated sets. Solutions in each non-dominated set do not dominate each other. And for any solution in one set, we can always find another solution in the set with smaller index that dominates it. Therefore, we sort all the solutions according to their dominance relationship. And in third phase, at last, we select the solutions from the sorted set in a descending order to form a new set of the same size of parent solutions. We might have a problem when the remaining slots are not enough. Instead of randomly select solutions from a non-dominated set, we conduct a crowding distance sorting among in it. The crowding distance works as an estimate of density around a given solution. It is the average of two solutions on either side of the solution along each of the objectives in the objective space. The new set of solutions is the parent solutions in the next iteration. That's how the NSG2 algorithm works. And if you want to know the algorithm in a detailed way, please refer to the paper. We implement our algorithms for three image classification deep neural networks. And the dataset is MNIST, a set of handwritten digits. The three convolutional neural networks are LENet1, LENet2, LENet4, and LENet5 respectively. There are different image classifications with different image classifications with the same functionality. There are 6 parameters we need to control. The threshold denotes for the threshold larger than which we consider a neuron is activated. The number of parents for the size of the parent solution. P-mutation for how many pixel values change in the generation of parent solution. Off-mutation and off-regression for pixel changes, for the number of pixel changes in offspring solution generation. The 4 experiments generated more than 6,000 results. On the right-hand side, there are several samples with their corresponding objective values. When we use the generated test inputs to attack the 3 convolutional neural networks, we say that the accuracy decreased by 4.4%, 1.2% and 2.2%. We also retrained the 3 convolutional neural networks. We divided the results into 2 parts, 1/3 for training and 2/3 for testing. We enhanced the training set with the 1/3 training and retrained the 3 convolutional neural networks, and the accuracy improved to 4.3%, 1.1%, and 2.0% respectively compared to the attack. And last, we designed and implemented a framework that automatically generated test inputs for convolutional neural networks, and the framework effectively generated more than 6,000 test inputs. And the generated test inputs can actually make the convolutional neural network's accuracy decrease, and also test inputs can help to increase the system's accuracy. In our future work, we will seek to implement our work on more datasets other than MNIST, and we will use more statistic evaluations, including the distribution of the generated test inputs in the objective space and so on. And we will also do a comparison with the existing methods. That's my presentation. Thank you.